Hi, and today's session is all about Mvc architecture, how you are going to convert your simple Java project into an Mvc architecture. That means how you will divide your project, okay, your complete project into these three main modules. One is your model, then view, and then controller. So that means everything will have its own specific representation. Now let's see what does exactly this means. Going ahead with your explanation part. Now, what is MVC? As I told, MVC is an architecture. It is not a framework. Okay, remember, it is an architecture. It is an architecture that provides or that divides your whole project into three basic modules. Okay, three basic parts. Now, what are these three basic parts? That is model, view, and controller. Now, what is model, view, and controller? This we need to identify. What kind of files will come under model? What kinds of file will come under view? And similarly, what kind of files will be under controller? So, what is model? Model says that I will hold all those content that you want in the to use in future. Okay, for the future reference, I will store all those content or variables or methods that you will be using for future reference. The model exactly represents or it says that I am Java Bean. So all those classes, all those Java classes that will say I am a Java Bean class, and without Java Bean class, we cannot create a model. Okay, why? Because Java Bean is a class that will only have variables and setters and getters for each variable. So it will only give you an overview or an outlet that these particular variables you will be using in future. Okay, with these variables you will be creating your web page. These things will be these are the main content of your project, right? Then coming to your view. What is view? View says how your web page will look like, right? Your HTML and your JS. HTML, CSS, these are your backend things. Oh, sorry, front end things that will be coming up. So HTML and JSPs. So why I'm saying I can also say only JSP. Why? Because JSP is a combination of your Java files as well as your HTML. So within JSP, your Java files, your Java code, right? What code you want to implement next in your Java file, and your HTML, then also your CSS, your these things will come up. So view is something that how your web page will look like. What is the front end part of it? How your its appearance is. What on click, what will happen on a button? Where if it is clicking, if a user is clicking on a picture, what will happen? Right? All those things you do in your view. That means what click that user will do and what how your web page will look like. That is your view. Then coming on to your controller part. Controller says once you click on your view or you're on your page button, what happens between you and Java Bean, or what will happen between your model and your view, that I will handle. Okay, so what it is like servlets. In simple terms, I can say controllers are nothing but servlets. Servlets, why? Everything you are processing, you are doing it inside your servlets because servlets become easy to handle. You can write your code using do get methods, okay, do methods or get methods or service methods, and then you can easily call them once you are running your servers. Your main functionality or your backend part is done with the help of your servlets. JSP is also implementing things, but JSP will allow you to get the details from model and fetch store them into the model, but there will be a phase when you want your Java Bean and JSP's data is also getting stored into your database. It is getting verified, it is getting retrieved, everything you need to think of. So for that you need servlets. Servlets and JDBC code is executed in your controllers part. So MVC is a complete compact of your project that says you will be implementing models. Okay, you will be writing Java Beans. View, that means you will be implementing your front end part of your project. Then controller, that means everything that you want a backend side that should happen, that what will happen on the click of that button you will be creating in view, but what will happen, that you have to tell in your controller part. Okay, what will happen with that button click, what will happen if someone writes on a particular text field that is available. So that all things are handled by your controller, and then the cycle goes model view controller or controller view model, like that. Like view will be in middle, by controller will be in middle between model and view. Why? Because you, if you are having a web page, right, you will first view it, then you will write something that will get stored, that will be sent to your model part. Okay, you have to store that into your Java beans, or if you want to store it in your JDBC. From that particular view you will go to controller, from controller you will go to your models. Okay, that is how your MVC model is. So to learn more about this, I will go to the next lesson, that is what is Java, how we will be creating Java. Okay.